Evening, we're calling the levy hearing meeting to order. Diana, we do the roll call.
Marcia White,
Here.
Nicole Butler, Grassley,
Here. Here. Here.
here.
All right. I'm gonna turn the meeting over to Frank Adams for the levy meeting.
All right, thank you very much. So this is the truth and taxation hearing for the 2000. Tax levy is the amount of aid that the school district is requesting to provide sufficient revenue to maintain its schools and to continue conduct programs for the education and benefit of all. We're not required to have this hearing because we're asking less by doing it. So this is the levy calendar. At the November 18th Board of Education meeting, the board approved for the levy to be posted in the newspaper. It was posted in the newspaper on December 3rd, the Lake County News Sun. It's also a new law that you're required to post it on your website on the homepage 30 days before the public hearing. Again, we don't have to do it because we're asking less than 5%, but we're doing it in transparent. We're holding the truth and taxation hearing tonight. And, the last step will be is between December 17th and the 31st to submit the levy to the Lake County. All right, so some background. Beach Park District 3 is a community that values education. Our first priority is to provide our students with an excellent education while also being good stewards of taxpayers' dollars. We agree that there is a heavy tax burden on residents of Beach Park 3, and we feel it's important that our taxpayers know that our district has taken action to ease the tax burden while continuing to provide quality. The 2 out of the past 5 years, the district didn't ask for any increase. In 2 other years, out of the past 5 years, the district asked for less than the amount that. This was a conscious decision to lessen. Some other background is that the district's been receiving American Rescue Plan ESSER funds from the government for the past 3 years. Those funds equal about $5.4 million. They ended in September this school year. Some of the programs that the ESSER funds paid for were summer school, after-school clubs, and our one-to-one Chromebook. So these programs are no longer going to be sustainable unless we can raise revenue to pay for these programs. In addition, the cost for supplies and services go up with inflation. The collective bargaining agreements have salary increases year after year. So I think that the district has a finance committee made up of administrators who scrutinizes over the district's finances. I'd like to thank the board for their diligence and oversight. I appreciate the insightful questions and willingness to take the time to learn. Really do appreciate it. And the committee and board do what's best for the district's students. So before the Board of Education takes action to adopt the levy, the district must present the cash reserve balance of all operating funds that are held by the district. These are the funds as of June 30th and what they are right now in November. These fluctuate, not right now, November 30th. These fluctuate throughout the year as revenue comes in, and the fund balances are much higher in September. Property taxes come in, so September and November will probably be higher in June, and because we've started spending it down until the next installment of property taxes come in June. So here are some assumptions that we use to generate the levy. The district will receive close to a 3.4% increase over the 2020 3.4 is EAV, the equalized assessed value of the district, will increase by approximately 12%. This was based on the Lake County assessor's estimates. And he also estimated that our new construction would be $595,000. We'll use those assumptions. Things that are unknown are, we don't know the EAV. That's from the county clerk, and we don't know what new construction county clerk says. So this chart illustrates the proposed tax levy for 2020. The column stated in red, that might be, includes the levy that's been prepared for the board tonight, and it represents a 4.27% total increase over the 2020. This includes our bond and interest levy and the aggregate funds. If you include, only look at that 4.84% increase, but since our bond payments are reduced this year, the actual increase that we're asking for is 4. And again, we're asking more than we're probably going to receive because we want to make sure we don't miss out on anything. So again, we have the green column is what I estimated will actually be. You can see that the green column shows that we projected to execute up. Again, this request covers costs. And again, some of those include inflation, cost of materials and services, increases in salary and benefits, and salary and benefits for summer programs after school clubs. Continue our homework one-to-one cycles. So the next steps. Next steps are to approve the final levy tonight. And then I will file the levy with the Lake County clerk by the last. Great questions.
Frank, I have a question. So we're asking for 4.27%, but we're projected to receive 3.15%.
Can't really.
So we're asking for 4.27% levy, but we're projected to receive 3.15%. Is that correct? And that's based on some of the estimates stated,
Yeah, based on
like the new residents, new construction.
construction and equalized assessed value of the district.
How close are we last year on the actual projected?
Well, we
were projected last year.
it was very close.
Oh, very close.
Yeah. Any other questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. At this time, do we have any comments or questions from the visitors? All right. Then going on from there, I want to know if we're ready to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn the levy hearing.
Roll call.
Stephen Lindsay,
Aye.
Marcia White,
Aye.
Ellie Ropers, Andrew Esri, Andy Uther, Nicole Butler, Ann Pearson.
Thank you. Our levy hearing is finished, so we're going to open up with our regular meeting, calling it to order. Diana, want to roll call again? Here.
Here.
Here. Let's stand for the pledge of allegiance. I'm turning the meeting over to Dr. Wilcox.
Thank you very much.
I will turn it over to Ms. Bennett and the middle school band. Thank you so much, middle school band. That was outstanding. Thank you, Ms. Bennett. All right. I would like to invite Janae Aiken and Charlie Angina up to present about our library program.
Alright, so as some of you may know, Janae is prepared to leave our district after 22 years of service. So this evening, she's gonna kind of give you an overview of over the past 2 decades she's done for our district, bringing our libraries so far along. So Janae?
As you can see here, our current pictures, but boy, did the library sure looked different a long time ago, considering that even when I started, Powell was a kindergarten. And through the years, we've turned into 4 K through 5. I'm going to be using the, where do I put it? Oh, okay. Giving it to you. Just, I'm going to go over the form that we are evaluated in. Last summer, I took about 3 weeks, and I really applied for the middle school library to receive the Excellence in Libraries Award. Unfortunately, we did not make it. Some things, were out of my control. It measures on these 4 areas, both things that I could have done as a head librarian and things that administration could do. Way back in 2003, we had Friends Encyclopedias. That was it. We had only one online database. We were still using movies and VHS, audio cassettes. And in 2004, it's completely different. People are walking around with their own phone books. Everybody is streaming. We have a lot of our reference materials on online encyclopedias. We have multiple databases for them to gather information and to read books, especially at the middle school level. Some of those are free. Some of this year, the state actually gave every school library in Illinois a database as well of items that they could do. Some of it is great for, out of those 50 databases that they shared with us, about 8 are great for elementary school, about 15 good for middle school, and the rest for our staff, things like small engine repair, as well as places to find books to read online as well. Leadership. Within the district, I've attended many meetings trying with the idea to be a connector. That's really what I wanted to do. Not only connect students and resources and teachers and resources, but also not only within our district, but within our community. And then every time you so generously allowed me to go off and learn something, to be able to bring back and connect what I learned here as well. The learning environment. The stereotype in 2003 are libraries are books. That is, it is a static space. When I walked in, we had rows going all the way across the library. Promoting reading is really just talking about books, and that was about it. We did start with differentiation. That was more of the buzzword of the day, is how do we meet each individual's needs? And that actually has continued. In 2004, libraries in all public and local and school are dynamic places of learning. We have a variety of spaces, whether it's for one student to come in and read, it's for 3 people to come in and build something and do makerspace type stuff, whether it's for presentations to entire classes. We really like the flexible space because the library does lots of different things. Promoting reading with the advent of technology, obviously we've been able to promote reading a lot of different ways as well. We now have a Google Class. Each week there is a book trailer Tuesday, and each Friday there's a first chapter Friday. Both of those, I gather other people's book trailers, but I read first chapters of a variety of books that I think kids will be interested in. We still do have book talks one-on-one. We do book tastings. We do a variety of programs because we want our kids to read and continue to grow. And the fourth area is planning and instruction. In 2003, the catalog went down, and we didn't open until October that year because we pretty much had to recatalog the entire library. So that wasn't a whole lot of collaboration. We finally were able to open November 1st. As the district librarian, at one time, each elementary had a library teacher there and an aide. But then as I became the district librarian, it was me trying to cover 5 students. At that time, it was primarily checkout. And we started writing grants. We started getting excited about writing grants because I wanted to bring whatever resources we could to this district to allow my dreams to come true, right? To get kids excited about learning, to get kids interested and connected. But at that time, I was more of a traditional teacher as well. In 2024, things sure has changed. There's robust collaboration. We work with teachers. Throughout the years, I've been blessed to be part of the curriculum writing, so we can make sure that we can get students like a class sets of books, so everybody is on the same page. We're creating lessons together, bringing things in from the Coalition from Healthy Communities, collaborating with public libraries. I love that Charlie is now able to really focus on the 4 elementaries. Still a big job for one person to cover 4. They're not getting near the instruction that they are at the elementaries. When I was doing it, I could get 1 lesson a trimester. I was also covering the middle school. He's able to go a little bit more. I think he's able to get 2, maybe between 2 and 3 times each trimester. But there's still a lot that we could be doing. We're not only teaching information and literacy skills here, but thinking skills as well. I'm proud to say that we have hit the $500,000 grant money brought into the schools. And it's always been about hands-on learning. How do we get kids primarily involved in doing it, not just stand and talk, catch you like I'm doing today, but actually really hands-on. Doing civil board days, there's a makerspace with lots of different opportunities, breakout EDU where they work together to solve or get into a box. We've heard the push this year and last year for arcade instruction. Those are really community building and collaborative work. We started World War II days several years ago, the Roman times, where we allowed kids to come in and talk about what life is like to be back in ancient Rome, let them try on the Roman armor. Still do the book talks, still do the brain gym for brain-body integration, still working on differentiation and social emotional learning. We really try to hit the entire student, not just listening and reading. So opportunities, the list on the left are things that we have done in the past. Current things that are happening are in the right 2 columns. Looking for ways to allow our students to shine. This past month, we were able to submit 10 pieces of art, 4 poems, and 2 short stories to the Illinois Association of Teachers English contest. I'm looking for ways to let kids see their glorious, their special talents, and helping them. Other things that we continue to do is recycling. We built up our recycling to recycle glasses, shoes. Obviously, we do paper. In plastic film, we were so close last year to getting our bench. So we're trying that again this year. We really want to provide wide and different things for students to be able to do because the library is all about learning. So current projects, the coolest things that I'm working on now is I'm working on a library of things. The things have come in. So soon, as soon as we get them cataloged, we'll be able to check out a 3/4 size guitar and a book on how to play guitar. The keyboard came in today with the book on how to play the keyboard, but not only musical instruments, but arts and crafts as well. The crochet hooks and yarns, so students can make things along with the book of suggested projects. And this started last year when I had a student come up to me and said, bread and casserole dish. And I said, well, I think you can, but it's probably better in bread. I said, well, we used to have one of them, but ever since we moved, we don't have one. I really want to make bread. That got me thinking. So this library of things is a physical object and a book to continue to promote reading together that kids can check out. I am so excited for you guys to see the great things that the students can check out. The next project is our 20,000 book reading challenge. It seems like a huge thing, but if every student reads 1 book a week throughout the school year, we'll make it. We're back to collecting the thousands of pounds of plastic. I've got a bunch of helpers who are helping me. So if anybody has a plastic film, that's the wrapper around water bottles, that's Ziploc bags that don't have food residue in it. It's your jewel bags, those plastic things. We will take them, bring them. We've got these large white boxes. We'll love to take them, and hopefully we'll win that bench. Anyways, my Destination Imagination team is a service running team, and they have chosen kids with cancer to help out. Obviously, as 6th graders, they don't have a whole lot of power, but what they to do was to create bags, blessing bags, of things that might make a child or a student their age going through cancer a little bit better. Here are some of the types of things that they would like to go in there. handmade cards encouraging the students going through there. Some kind of stuffed animal, so if the child is alone, they've got something to hang on to. We have fuzzy socks, which are nice and warm and comfy, bracelets, and apparently chemotherapy really drives the house. We're going to be adding brand new lotions, lip balm, hard candy that they can suck on. We are partnering with Dr. Batts and the Corey's Project, and so I have some asks of you. The first ask is, if anybody would like to buy fuzzy socks, they're $5. You can take one pair home, your one pair will go into the fuzzy basket, or you can sponsor a blessing bag yourself for $5. And then school board. I challenge you to hire ISB's best practices. The evidence-based funding that from ISB recommends for fiscal year 2025 is to have 4.36 full-time librarians, certified librarians, 6.55 full-time library aides, and at the bottom you see what we do have. The money, the estimated cost of this, that the evidence-based funding that ISB believes they're giving you for this, or budgeted for this, is there. So I encourage you to help out my Destination Imagination team. I encourage you to keep the library program strong by hiring enough people to continue to really make it a dynamic place. Thank you. Oh, any questions?
So after 22 years of service, I just wanted to make sure everybody gives Janae her appropriate round of applause, because if you know Janae and you worked, you know the heart she brings into the library and the extra effort and the extra mile she always knows. So let's give her a round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Janae. Board, iReady testing. So all of the students in the district are currently doing iReady testing in reading and math. And they will continue to do that until we head into winter break. When we return from winter break, they will be doing makeups as necessary. And then the goal would be that at the February board meeting, we will do an update on our school improvement plans and give the overall rating from our para, teacher, and administrator evaluations of how our students did academically on iReady for their growth goals. Obviously, this evening, one of the agenda items is to approve the updated school calendar. So after reviewing with all three of our unions, we had to make one last update to the 2024-2025 school year calendar, requesting that we make March 3rd, 2025, a work day and student attendance day to maintain ending school for students and staff on June 2nd. I would ask the board to please approve the updated school calendar as presented. And this came about because when we shifted the Teacher Institute Day from the last day of school, which is a non-student attendance day, to February 14th, which was a student attendance day, made us down one student attendance day. Last but not least, I just want to let the board know that winter break begins on December 23rd and goes through January 3rd. The district office will be closed on December 24th and 25th, as well as December 31st, January 1st, and 2nd. And that is all for my board update.
Thank you, Dr. Wilcox. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda? Roll call.
Stephen Lindsay.
Aye.
Andy Luther.
Aye.
Kelly Ropers.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Do we have any correspondence? Any questions on old business? All right, on to long-range planning.
Thank you. Long-range planning did meet this last week. In our report, there's a couple things for us to approve tonight.
one of which is tuck cleaning. Remember, this was part of our 2025 summer maintenance project list that we discussed a couple months back. There are two approvals that we recommend that we approve. The Kenneth Murphy facility by the Auto Company and the phase one. It's our phase. The second one is the House School by JDO and Company. They were the lowest. Another thing in our board packet for us to approve is to sell the property on Ocean Road. We discussed that in the past board packet. Requested that we provide a minimum bid. It's just by long range. Based upon numbers that we were given years ago, upper 6 figures. We don't want to give it. You might have for me.
Thank you. Finance Committee.
Finance Committee did meet tonight. We went over the tax levy information again. We also touched on part-time food service personnel needing the municipal. We also touched on the buy calendar. We talked about the Howard Kenneth Murphy exterior improvement bids. Also talked about tips and how we need to be communicating with our villages, our cities, to better understand how they're set up and how that would affect us. We approved bills and went over treasury report.
Thank you. Did anyone go to the CEDAW for you?
No, unfortunately, because of attending the conference, both me and the alternate were not available, and all of our small members, unfortunately, we did not attend this.
Thank you. Any questions or comments on building reports? Any questions or comments on department reports? All right. Moving on down the list here. Do we have any questions or comments from visitors? Look like it. Do I have a motion to adjourn to closed session for the purpose of discussing the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline of specific employees of the public body, or any discussion of students? Do I have a motion? Oh. Roll call.
Nicole Bowman. Andrew Husby. Stephen Muncy.
Aye.
Houston.
Aye. Aye. All right, we will go into closed session. Thank you. Okay. We're back in open session. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Second.
Roll call.
Aye.
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 All right. Do I have a motion for the 2024 tax?
Also move.
Roll call. Aye. Aye. No. Aye. All right, on to the next one. Do I have a motion for the approval of part-time food service?
So move.
Roll call. Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Do I have a motion for the resolution authorizing the sale of school district property?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the keep in confidence? The closed session minutes have been reviewed.
We do them both at once.
Oh, I guess we can do them both at once. And do I, the same motion would be to approve the delete the closed session report. Roll call. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Do I have a motion for the approval of the revised 24-25 school calendar? Second. Roll call.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Aye. Do I have a motion for the approval of the bid submitted by Autobahn Inc. for the exterior wall recommendation phase 1 project at Kenneth Murphy? Second. Roll call.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Do I have a motion for the approval of the bid submitted by J. Gill and Company, Inc. for the exterior wall remediation project for Howell? Roll call. Aye. 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 Do I have a motion for the approval of press policy 4.170 safety? Roll call.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Aye. And here's the hardest one of all. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? So. Second. Roll call.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. All right, we have adjourned the meeting. Thank you.